Assalamu alaikum, I'm Aisha and you're watching Samaa News. Here are today's headlines. As talks continued in Switzerland, President Donald Trump warned that Iran could face renewed military action if it failed to stop what he called its proxies in Lebanon from causing unrest. In a social media post, Trump said Washington would respond forcefully if tensions escalate, despite ongoing efforts to preserve the regional ceasefire. Separately, talking to a news channel, Trump said the Memorandum of Understanding with Iran is not a final agreement, but an extension of the current ceasefire. Trump said he retains multiple options if negotiations fail, adding that the 60-day window will determine whether a broader deal can be reached. He also warned that Washington could consider taking control of the Strait of Hormuz in the future and collecting tolls from shipping traffic. He described the United States as a potential guardian angel of the strategic waterway, suggesting it could seek a 20% share of the oil passing through the route. Iran has said that a lasting ceasefire in Lebanon remains the central issue in ongoing negotiations with the United States, warning that progress on other parts of the agreement depends on ending hostilities there. Member of the Economic Committee of Iran's negotiating delegation, Hossein Ghorbanzadeh, said that a draft for temporary sanctions waivers on oil exports has been completed, while discussions continue on the release of frozen Iranian assets. Meanwhile, Iran's chief negotiator, Mohammad Bagher Ghalibaf, has brushed aside U.S. threats, saying Tehran will not be pressured during ongoing talks. In a social media post, Ghalibaf warned that Iran's armed forces are prepared to respond if necessary. Meanwhile, Hezbollah leader Naim Qassem has said that the group will respond to any Israeli violation of the ceasefire and insisted that Israel will not remain in Lebanon. His remarks come as Israeli officials maintain their forces can continue operations against perceived threats, despite the truce that took effect on Friday.
Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian says the Memorandum of Understanding between Iran and the United States is fully aligned with Iran's interests. Speaking ahead of technical-level talks in Switzerland, Pezeshkian expressed hope that the results of the ongoing diplomatic process would soon become clear. He also reiterated that Iran does not seek to develop a nuclear weapon, describing it as a key issue in discussions with Washington.
Separately, Pezeshkian made it clear that Tehran will not give up its right to enrich uranium and expects the United States to eventually accept that position. His comments at a policy summit come as Iranian and US negotiators meet in Switzerland for talks aimed at securing a lasting agreement after months of conflict. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif has said that both the Iranian and US leadership are committed to promoting peace in the Middle East. Speaking on the sidelines of talks in Switzerland, Sharif praised efforts by Tehran and Washington to de-escalate tensions. He also said that improving ties between Pakistan and the United States could open a new phase of cooperation.
Qatar's Foreign Ministry spokesperson, Dr. Majid bin Mohammed Al Ansari, has praised Pakistan for its role in facilitating negotiations, highlighting its close cooperation and mediation efforts in supporting the talks. According to the statement issued by the ministry, Al Ansari has also welcomed the commitment of the United States and Iran to diplomatic solutions, while thanking Saudi Arabia, Turkey, Egypt, and the United Arab Emirates for helping create conditions conducive to advancing the negotiation process.
Regional powers have welcomed the US-Iran Memorandum of Understanding, with the R4 group describing it as a constructive step toward de-escalation and regional stability. Meeting in Cairo, foreign ministers from Egypt, Turkey, and Saudi Arabia also praised Pakistan's mediation efforts, saying they were instrumental in helping secure the agreement. Earlier, Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister Ishaq Dar and his Egyptian counterpart Badr Abdelati exchanged views on regional and international developments. They welcomed the US-Iran peace agreement and hoped that its effective implementation would contribute to lasting peace, stability, and prosperity in the region. US President Donald Trump says there will be no tolls for passage through the Strait of Hormuz during a 60-day ceasefire period, while adding that charges could still be imposed by and for the United States if the agreement is not fully implemented. In a post on Truth Social, Trump said no fees would apply even after the ceasefire period, but insisted Washington could act if commitments are breached. The remarks come amid uncertainty over the US-Iran memorandum aimed at de-escalating regional tensions. Israeli strikes in Lebanon killed at least 20 people, Lebanon's state media said, just a day after a ceasefire with Hezbollah came into effect. Israel said the attacks were in response to more than 50 projectiles fired by Hezbollah overnight, while the group accused Israel of repeated ceasefire violations and warned of retaliation. Lebanese authorities reported airstrikes across southern Lebanon and the Bekaa Valley, including a deadly hit on a residential building in Tyre district. Both sides traded blame as fighting continued, despite the truce. A UK government source has dismissed reports claiming Prime Minister Keir Starmer is preparing to resign, insisting he remains focused on governing despite political speculation. The clarification follows media reports suggesting Starmer could announce a resignation timeline as early as Monday. The government source rejected the claims, saying the Prime Minister is continuing his official duties and has made no such plans. A severe heat wave has swept across Europe, prompting emergency measures, including alcohol restrictions in France, nationwide heat alerts in Germany, and the closure of a major football fan zone in Spain. Temperatures are expected to reach 39 degrees Celsius to 41 degrees Celsius in parts of France, where authorities have issued red heatwave warnings across 35 departments. In response, officials have introduced partial alcohol restrictions during public events, while keeping some public parks open overnight to help residents cope. Germany has also issued widespread heat alerts as temperatures near 38 degrees Celsius, warning of health risks and possible thunderstorms. In Spain, a World Cup fan zone in Madrid was closed due to safety concerns as extreme heat intensified.
That's all for now. For more updates, visit www.samaa.tv. Thank you for watching Samaa News.